Hey, what's going on everyone? It is GullYY here, and welcome back to another episode of the Beginner's Guide to Polytopia. This is part 3 of an undetermined amount of part series, and in this video I'm going to teach you all about Polytopia's combat system. Each unit type in Polytopia has 5 main stats: attack, defense, movement, range, and HP. Attack dictates how much damage a unit will deal when attacking. Defense reduces the amount of damage a unit will take when attacked, and it also increases the unit's retaliation damage. A unit's movement is simply the amount of tiles it can move in a single turn, and it can be blocked by 3 things: an enemy unit, mountains, and trees. The game uses a mechanic called the zone of control when units are moving, which blocks your unit's movement when you are moving through a tile adjacent to an enemy unit. The zone of control is that mysterious reason why your units can only move 1 tile sometimes, and you don't know why. It's an enemy unit. Knowing this is useful for getting the jump on your opponent, even if you can't quite see their unit yet. Special tiles, such as the mountain and forest tiles, can be a huge pain for anyone using riders to expand, but luckily, there are workarounds. You can use roads to remove this movement penalty, but this only works for forest tiles. When trying to bypass this penalty, make sure you have a road under your unit already. Even if the forest has a road on it, you must be on a tile with a road connected to the forest tile. As for the mountains, you'll just have to go around them. Or by climbing, I guess, if you enjoy wasting stars. You cannot use enemy roads unless they are in neutral territory, so don't try to go through any of your enemy's forest with a knight. A unit's movement is doubled on roads, but this is only if every tile they travel on, except their last, is a road. Range is simply the distance and tiles that a unit can attack from. Lastly, a unit's HP also plays an important role, especially when calculating damage output. A unit that has lost HP will take more overall damage, deal less attack damage, and deal less retaliation damage than if they were at full health. Okay, now it's math time. Wait, no, don't click off the video. You see, when talking about attack and defense, it is important to understand how they work and how they affect the game. To know how they function, we must look at the formula used to calculate damage output. Well, I'm about to explain that very formula, and it's actually very simple. In order to calculate the amount of damage a unit will deal, we first need to calculate the attack force of the unit. This is done by multiplying the attacker's current health by their maximum health and then multiplying that by the unit's attack stat. Now we need to calculate the defense force of the defending unit. This is done by multiplying the defender's health by their current health, multiplying that by their defense stat, and then multiplying that by any defense boost they have. Now we need to calculate the total damage. This is just the attack force added to the defense force. We can now calculate the result of the attack by dividing the attack force by the total damage stat we just calculated. Take that number and multiply it by the attacker's attack and accelerator of 4.5, and then round the resulting number, and there you go! That's how much damage your attack would do. Or you could just use the calculator made by Froth Frenzy, which I'll link in the description. The defense formula is similar, but I won't bore you with it. Just swap attack variables with their defender variable counterparts. Here's the formula broken down into its individual parts in case my explanation didn't make sense to you. Just pause the video if you need to. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video explaining how the stats in Polytopia work. And if you were curious about the other mechanics of the game, I would suggest you watch the other 2 parts. I'll see you in the next video. Have a spectacular day.